It's something almost 2 decades in the making. Her very own store stocked with products that are local, full of nutrition, and some of which are even made right here from her farm. And to think, all of this came to be after taking her sons to the doctor.
When my boys were young, they were both diagnosed with asthma, and my older son had ADHD tendencies. And so I did what every mom does. I took him to the doctor, and the doctor did what doctors do and gave him meds. But I just didn't have a peace about it because I felt like it was covering up the symptoms instead of trying to get to the root of the problem.
Ginger is a believer and did what believers do, prayed about it. And that's when she felt like she needed to make a change.
I'm a follower of Christ, and I prayed about it, and I felt led to treat my children nutritionally. And what that meant is I went back to the basics, and if God made it, I fed it to them, and if man made it, I didn't let them eat it.
She had so much success with her kids, people started buying the products from her. So, she decided to start a business.
Well, I've been doing this for 6 years out of my backyard in a 12 by 12 building, working in the house, out of the office in a 10 by 10 bedroom. And I've always wanted to have a place, all of this under one roof where people could come.
So, she decided to build it. She opened up the store in May, and while I was there, Ginger gave me a personal tour and showed me what all it has to offer.
It is a market, so when you first walk in, you'll see dried goods, pantry items, and these are things that I have in my pantry that keep me healthy and well. And I can talk about any of these things because these are the things that I buy and that I consume. And with my motto being nutrition from the source, my goal is to help other people get nutrition from the source. So that happens through seeds and grains and beans, and there are going to be very few pantry items because I don't do a whole lot of mass-produced foods. And then my business began with making the homemade baking mixes, and so as you walk further in the store, you'll see that right here we have the collection of all our homemade baking mixes along with fresh milled flour. And I also have a freezer full of pastured meat, and I carry the beef and the pork and the chicken from Marview Farms and from White Oak Pastures in Bluffton. And so these are frozen. So the thought is that an individual could walk into our store in Cochran, Georgia, and they could buy supper. We have the meat, we have the bread, we have the produce, we have the dairy, and everything is local. So we hope this is a place that you can get food that is healing food, but also a place where you can just come and relax. The goal is for people to come and to get nourished, body, soul, mind, and spirit.
Reporting in Cochran for the Farm Monitor, I'm John Holcomb.